10 things not to search on Google if you don't want your day ruined. 1. Mr. Hands. Although the results of this Google search don't seem particularly bizarre, you will be appalled by them. Kenneth Pinion, a former Boeing engineer, went by the nickname Mr. Hands. Pinion repeatedly recorded himself having S*X with a horse while using the alias Mr. Hands. It gets even darker after you've recovered from that awful revelation. After a certain S*Zool encounter when a stallion went too far, Pinana ultimately succumbed to terrible injuries. One of the earliest internet-wide popular videos was the one showing Pinana having S*X with an animal. With a group of like-minded individuals getting together and documenting their S*Zool encounters with animals, he wasn't the only one with this terrible fetish. A documentary on Pinana and individuals associated with his bestiality club called Zoo was released in 2017 to much acclaim and was honored at the Cannes Film Festival. 2. Tub Girl. Another well-known image that appeared on Rotten.com was Tub Girl. This was one of the many shocking websites that debuted online in the 1990s and featured a variety of unsettling visuals. Tub Girl is an illustration of a Japanese woman sitting naked in a tub while an orange liquid spurts out of her butt and onto her face. 3. Lemon Party. Your search engine earlier directed you to a website with the same name after searching Lemon Party. An image of 3 senior men enjoying a threesome was hosted on that website. It evolved into a typical bait-and-click hoax where lemonparty.com was misrepresented. People were then directed to the picture of the elderly men when they clicked on it. 4. 2 Girls, 1 Cup. This video feels like it is from another era. Considering that the video was first published on January 6, 2007, it may be outdated in terms of internet time. However, it still scars those who are foolish enough to Google it all over the world. Please take our word for it and don't be a part of this group. Unless, of course, you truly want to witness 2 ladies performing abhorrent acts with vomit and feces. You've been warned. 5. Eel Girl. Eel Girl is the name of a video that first emerged online in the early 2000s. In the contested video, a woman used a funnel to push an eel up the rectus of another woman. She consumes the eel once it escapes. The short film Eel Girl, about a scientist who becomes fixated on the half-eel, half-human creatures, was inspired by this viral video. 6. Goats. You will be plagued by the image that you won't be able to delete from your mind forever if you search the word goats. Here is a description of the image in the least horrible manner imaginable. The image shows a man opening his rectum with both hands so you can see inside. Hundreds of memes have been created based on the image, which was first shared online under the filename happy.jpg. Additionally, anytime you see a circle with 2 hands, chances are, it refers to goats. 7. Mouth larva. What you will discover if you Google mouth larva is obvious. The larvae of specific dipteran flies are what produce this unpleasant condition known as oral myiasis. It typically occurs in underdeveloped nations and is easily treatable. Don't Google these terms, however, unless you want to see actual maggots writhing around in someone's mouth. 8. 4 Girls Finger Painting. Believe it or not, but 2 Girls 1 Cup may have an equally disturbing sequel. Even though this video isn't created by the same artists, the concept remains pretty much the same. 4 Girls Finger Painting shows 4 ladies painting themselves and one another with their own feces. Not revolted yet? Not to worry. In the end, they managed to sneak some good old vomit in there as well. 9. Kids in a Sandbox. Yet another innocent-sounding phrase, yet another mistake on your part if you decided to look it up on Google, having absolutely nothing to do with the keywords. The video which shows up when you search for kids in a sandbox has a lady beginning by making a man feel good with her hand. So far, everything hasn't been too horrible, right? But then things start to go south. A sizable vibrator is pulled out by the woman and is aggressively inserted into the man's penis. Aren't you relieved that you only had to read the words and didn't actually have to search the internet to see this imagery? 10. Your own symptoms. Yes, regardless of how disgusting and terrible the rest of the list may be, nothing compares to making a quick Google search about any possible health-related symptoms you may be going through. Have a headache? The internet doctors will somehow relate that to a brain tumor. Your neck feels itchy? It's probably cancer or some other kind of fatal disease if the internet diagnosis is to be taken seriously. Always go to the doctor and get your symptoms checked out if you are too worried about it. Googling them should be the last thing on your mind.